Hi, CMattDye here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I wanted to get out some DeFi news to you. I'm traveling tomorrow into next week, so I wanted to get this information out because it is timely and important. So the most important, I think, is Vasil is being delayed a little bit. Now, you could maybe have expected that because a lot of Cardano is delayed. However, delayed code is usually better code. In technology, you can't hit the goal every single time. You're going to have some delays, and you have seen that a lot. But it's not delayed a lot. So it was initially scheduled for the 29th, the mainnet of the hard fork. But now, if I scroll down here, it says that the test net is now scheduled for the end of June. And once completed, they're going to allow 4 weeks for exchanges and SPOs to do their testing work. They're going to bring in more QAs, quality analysts, and just test it as hardcore as they can. Why is that? Well, after the turmoil in the markets, all this bad stuff happening, Luna. If you rush tech, just look at Solana. They close their blockchain every day. It seems like 9 times a year. I think that's ridiculous. But they want to take their time. They want to make sure that everything is going to go off without a hitch. Now, with the Vasil Hardfork, it's mostly for dApp developers or dApp developers, however you want to say it. It doesn't really matter, same thing. But it's basically for SPOs, dApp projects, tools, exchanges, and it's going to speed up the transaction time. So it's going to really, really help those projects. And that's why a lot of projects were trying to wait till after Vasil had completed to put out anything. You've had 3 projects that came out prior, the SunnySwap, the MinSwap, and Wing Riders. Of course, there are some other projects out there that are DEX-like, but those are the real 3 big ones, and that's really what I like to talk about is the big projects. If there's a small project that I like, I'll talk about it, but usually I try to stick to the bigger players. But I'm going to put this down below if you want to read it. It's quite a long article. There's some good information in it if you want to check it out. But just know now the mainnet hard fork is scheduled for the last week of July. So that is that. Next information I have is VyFinance. If you watch my channel, you're probably familiar with them a little bit. But they dropped information about their white NFT, and they wanted to wait till after Vasil Hardfork to do their white NFT. Like I said, Vasil is for dApp developers. It's going to speed up transaction time, and it's probably going to have some tools with it. It didn't talk about it in this article, but people, different projects, people are expecting tools to come with that are going to help project developers, and that's one thing that can really upgrade the everything. So if I go here, I have the link, and I'm going to link it below, app.vyfi.io/airdrop. I'm going to link that below. So if you were one of the 1,500 to stake to their token vault, you're going to get this. Congrats, airdrop validated, and this is the white NFT over here. So you have to come to this screen and validate yourself. And once you validate yourself, then you're going to get that airdrop of that white NFT. So it's like if you call into a radio show and they have a contest and you win. Let's say you win a ticket. Well, if you win a ticket, you have to go there and confirm that it's you, and they give you that free ticket. This is the same concept. So you were one of the 1,500, the first 1,500 people to stake. You have to come to this screen that validates you, and then when they do send out that airdrop, you will be a part of it. So hopefully that makes sense. But if you were staking there, check this out. It's really good stuff. So next, I want to talk about Ardana. Now, Ardana They're talking about the stake pool, and it's the math that's coming out. It's a couple Dana tokens per day, which is okay. That's kind of what I was figuring. For me personally, I ended up just buying a bag of Dana, and I know others that are actually staking ADA to get Dana token, and either way is fine. We all have different goals, different achievements. We're in different situations, and we do things differently. So, there's no right or wrong answer. Do you stake to their pool? Do you not? Everybody that I know started staking so they get that 2x reward for the ISPO. I ended up just buying a little bag. There's no right or wrong answer. Ardana is doing a talk later on today at 1500 UTC, which is in about 56 minutes from my recording, and it'll probably be almost ready to come out whenever I am able to get this video rendered and up. So just know it's at 1500 UTC today, which is coming up fairly soon. Next, I want to talk about Cardax. Now, Cardax and all of the companies I've spoken about so far, VyFinance, Ardana, Cardax, they're very transparent. I'm going to talk about Meld in a little bit. They're very transparent as well. Now, Ardana and Cardax, they do weekly updates. They tell you what's going on. VyFinance, they're in the chat telling us. And I think it's every 2 weeks they do a talk. Whereas Ardana and Cardax, every week they do a talk. Where Ardana does a talk with community, VyFinance does a talk with community where you can ask questions and such. Cardax uploads a video on YouTube, and then you can ask questions in the Discord. So that's the difference. But Cardax is delaying the release of their DEX, and the CEO was on talking about how because it's a bear market, they want to release it when the market becomes healthier. And from what he said, it made a lot of sense, actually. He was using Binance as an example. And in 2017, there was a little crash, and you had some DEXs come out during that crash, and they didn't make it. And then right after the crash, the market started becoming healthier, and you could argue, that's a bull market, and they didn't make it. And then after the market had been taking off, and everybody could tell it was a bull market, DEX came out, and they made it. So it makes sense what he's saying, because in a bear market, you're going to get less eyeballs. Even if you have the best product available, you're going to get less eyeballs on it because it is technology. Usually when there's a bear market, people are less inclined to invest in things. When it's a bull market, you're going to get more eyeballs. Even if you have the worst product around, it's a bull market, you're going to get more eyeballs. I do understand that. He didn't use that as an example, a best versus a worst technology, but it is what it is. It's a fact. So I kind of agree with him, and they are very transparent. I do like that about them. I'm not personally involved in the Cardax project, but it is interesting and something to note. Next is, let's talk about Meld. And this is the Akamon Alpha bridge testnet. It's basically the Cardano Polygon bridge. So what they're doing is they're rewarding with 300,000 Meld tokens and a Cardano tokens. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I haven't really been paying that much attention to Meld, but right now they have 81,322 transactions as of this article, which was June 17th, which was quite a few days ago, actually. What they're doing is, so this shows the stats, 12,558 Cardano addresses, 6606 Polygon addresses. This is your transaction breakdown from Cardano to Polygon. The rewards program is for testers and feedback providers who have provided us with the best and most valuable feedback those who completed more than 100 transactions, along with some record holders. Like there's, people who completed the most transactions of anybody. But what they're doing is 125,000 melds shared equally with the 20 best feedback providers. 125,000 melds shared equally to all addresses that have made more than 100 completed transactions, which is 60 people and counting as of the 17th. So I'm sure more people than that now. But that's interesting. So you can get some free meld there just by helping out. This is their testnet app. I'm going to link this below. This is what it looks like. So you can link a wallet here, link a wallet here. Usually do maybe a NAMI and a MetaMask, or Eternal and a MetaMask, something like that, because it's Cardano to Polygon. And they say there's still time to get in on the rewards. So at the end of this month, before the Akamon beta testing starts, they're going to be airdropping the Meld and the Akagato tokens. I can't really pronounce that. I should just say these tokens. But anyway, that's what that is going to be. So that's interesting. If you want to get in on that, go just do a bunch of transactions. You got to be over 100, or just give the best feedback out of the 20 best people. This will be the easiest one, 100 transactions. It's going to take a little while, but if you want some free meld, there you go. Yeah, got it. So anyway, that's my DeFi news for this week. Check out the Ardana talk later on if you want. I'm a fan of all of these projects. Cardax is the only one I'm not invested in, but I'm a fan of them all. So with that, if you like the video, throw a like. If not, throw a dislike. I appreciate the feedback. Have an awesome rest of your day. I'll see you around the crypto markets. Take care.